A man who built his fame on family. A woman who finally said enough. And a book that revealed the truth long before the cameras did. Tonight, we dive into the shocking downfall of Kody Brown and how Christine's quiet rebellion turned into the story that pushed him out of the headlines. But was Christine's exit just the final chapter? Or had the truth been written in black and white years before ignored birthdays, neglected children, and a father who chose control over care? Stay with us, because what you're about to hear will change the way you see sister wives forever.
After the weekend. I love you. See you. You alright?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
You sure?
Yes. She lives far. She lives like
Part
5 hours
1.
away.
He cried, he begged, and still, she walked away. Christine Brown has officially pushed Kody out of not just her life, but the very spotlight he's been clinging to for over a decade. But how did America's most famous polygamist lose control of his own story, and why are fans celebrating his downfall? This isn't just a breakup, it's a cultural reset. Now, we uncover how Christine turned heartbreak into empowerment, and why Kody's tears may be the final act of Sister Wives as we know it. For years, Christine was the quiet backbone of the Brown family. Fans watched as she cooked, cleaned, and raised children while Kody showered attention elsewhere. But resentment was boiling. The breaking point? Christine realized she was no longer a wife, just an accessory to Kody's fragile ego. When she finally left in 2021, Kody dismissed it as a phase. But Christine's next move stunned him. She stepped into the headlines, turned heartbreak into a brand, and gained the one thing Kody feared most: independence. What Kody never expected? Christine would become the star while he became the meme. As Christine built her new life smiling on Instagram, cooking with her kids, even announcing her engagement, Kody's world unraveled. He lashed out at Janelle, grew distant from Mary, and clung desperately to Robin. But his tears told the truth. The patriarch had lost his grip. America watched a man break in real time. But here's the twist. Kody's downfall wasn't caused by Christine alone. It was the audience, millions of fans who turned their backs on him. Fans erupted. Hashtags like #Team Christine trended nationwide. Memes mocked Kody's tantrums, while Christine's cookbook sales skyrocketed. Suddenly, she wasn't just a sister wife, she was America's favorite underdog. Then came the knockout punch, Christine's new love story. Romantic, supportive, everything Kody wasn't. And in the biggest twist yet, Christine didn't just move on, she won. Kody cried. Christine thrived. And the audience chose sides. So what does this mean for sister wives? Experts argue Christine has rewritten the script. Instead of the obedient wife trapped in polygamy, she became the hero who escaped. Meanwhile, Kody is no longer seen as a leader, but as the cautionary tale of ego, pride, and tears. For women aged 30 to 80, the core audience, the message is clear. You are never too old, too trapped, or too overlooked to take back your power. Angry fan comments, Kody ruined everything. Christine is glowing. Justice for Janelle. The backlash has been brutal. Fans demand TLC shift the focus entirely to Christine. Some even want a spin-off without Kody at all. And the numbers don't lie. Every time Christine speaks, ratings spike. Kody's tears may have once commanded sympathy, but now they symbolize the end of his reign. Christine pushed him out of the headlines and maybe out of the story forever. But what do you think? Should TLC give Christine her own spin-off, or is the Brown family saga finally over? Comment below, Team Christine or Team Kody? Part 2. The truth was written, but never told. For years, fans believed the Brown family was united. But inside the pages of their own book, shocking confessions reveal a darker truth. Now we expose the secrets Kody Brown hoped you'd never read. Secrets about money, power, and his kids. What if I told you the man who built his fame on family may have been ignoring the very children he claimed to protect? Book cover of Becoming Sister Wives, zoom in on highlighted words: resentment, control, ignored. When the Browns published their family memoir, fans expected inspiration. Instead, it revealed cracks so deep, even the kids couldn't be ignored. Christine admitted to feeling invisible. Janelle confessed to parenting alone. And Mary, once the first wife, hinted that Kody's attention was never on the children, but on his own image. The book describes how Kody's obsession with control often left the children emotionally abandoned. While the cameras rolled, the kids smiled. But behind closed doors? Silent dinners, distant hugs, and absent leadership. Could it be that America's most famous father of 18 wasn't really fathering at all? As the show gained millions of viewers, Kody's priorities shifted. His wives wrote about competing for scraps of attention, while the children wondered why their father was never really there. One passage described him missing birthdays, another hinted at favoritism, placing Robin and her kids above the rest. For the older kids, the pain turned into anger. They began speaking out, questioning their father's choices, exposing the favoritism, and calling out the hypocrisy. And then, the most shocking revelation: Kody himself admitted, in writing, that he didn't always want this life. When fans rediscovered the book, the internet exploded. He ignored his kids, one fan wrote. Others pointed out entire chapters where Kody placed his own struggles above the emotional needs of his family. Suddenly, what had been brushed off as editing on TV was undeniable in black and white. The twist? The wives weren't just warning us, they were documenting Kody's failures in real time. Long before Christine walked away, long before Janelle's independence, the book had already told us this ending was coming. It wasn't reality TV that exposed Kody Brown. It was his own words. For women across America, especially those aged 30 to 80, the lessons hit hard. The book showed what happens when a man prioritizes control over care, image over intimacy. And for fans, it became more than entertainment, it became a warning. Christine's departure, Janelle's defiance, and even Mary's quiet endurance were no longer mysteries. They were the natural outcome of years of neglect, written in plain sight. The backlash has been relentless. Fans accuse Kody of rewriting history on camera, while the book proves otherwise. Some demand TLC end the show entirely, others call for a Christine spin-off. One thing's clear: Kody Brown is no longer the hero of his own story. The truth was always there, written between the lines. But now it's undeniable. The father of 18 may have been absent all along. The question is, did Kody Brown ever truly value his kids, or just his camera time? Comment below. Should Christine and the kids tell their side of the story in a new book? Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. Christine Brown was never meant to be the rebel. For years, she cooked, cleaned, and carried the emotional load of the family. But behind the cameras, her marriage with Kody had become cold. By 2021, she reached the breaking point. And when she walked away, Kody cried not just for her, but for the control slipping through his fingers. Yet what stunned fans most was that Christine thrived while Kody crumbled. But here's where the story twists. Years earlier, the Browns themselves had published their memoir. Buried inside were red flags fans overlooked. Christine wrote about loneliness. Janelle admitted she was a single mother in a plural marriage. And Mary revealed isolation that nearly broke her. But the darkest revelation? Kody's own confessions that he struggled to be present for his children. I was stretched too thin. Sometimes I couldn't give my kids the attention they needed. America's most famous father of 18, admitting he wasn't really there. On Reddit, fans called it heartbreaking. On Facebook, mothers shared their own stories of absent fathers. And on YouTube, reaction videos racked up millions of views. Christine wasn't just leaving a man, she was sparking a movement of women reclaiming their power. Christine gave us the courage to see our worth. Watching her walk away was like watching freedom in real time. But Kody wasn't just losing a wife. He was losing his grip on the entire family. The book also hinted at favoritism, Kody giving special treatment to Robyn and her children, while older kids felt invisible. Years later, that favoritism played out on screen, with explosive confrontations during the COVID era. For fans, the receipts were undeniable. The book had predicted it all. The real betrayal wasn't Christine's exit, was Kody's pattern of choosing image over intimacy. By season 17, America watched Kody break down. He screamed about loyalty, sobbed about betrayal, and clung tighter to Robyn. But Christine's quiet smile told another story. She had finally won her freedom. And in that moment, viewers realized the patriarch had lost his power. The man who once commanded a family of 23 stood alone. Here's the twist most fans missed. Christine's departure wasn't a shock. It was written in the family's own words years earlier. Neglect, loneliness, favoritism. A father absent in spirit, if not in body. The book was less a memoir and more a prophecy. For women aged 30 to 70, the core audience, the story resonated deeply. Christine became the symbol of starting over at any age. The book became a cautionary tale of what happens when control replaces care. And Kody's tears? They became the meme that defined a collapsing empire. What fans saw as drama was actually generational healing playing out on TV. Christine wasn't just another wife, she was raised in polygamy, born into a world where sacrifice was expected. She once admitted she dreamed of being the fun wife, the homemaker who brought joy. But as years passed, joy turned into duty. She cooked countless meals, raised children almost single-handedly, and still felt invisible. In one heartbreaking moment from the book, Christine confessed she begged for Kody's attention, only to be told his focus was elsewhere. Mary, the first wife, revealed she lived years in silent isolation, feeling like an outsider in her own family. Janelle, meanwhile, described her role less as a wife and more as a single parent in a plural marriage. These weren't reality TV exaggerations. They were words written by the wives themselves, exposing cracks long before Christine walked away. To understand Kody's obsession with loyalty and control, you have to look back. Born in Wyoming, Kody often spoke about struggling with identity as a young man. His entry into plural marriage was painted as spiritual, but critics say it was also about control. Former friends even suggested Kody always craved attentions, something that grew into dominance once the cameras arrived. On Reddit, entire threads are dedicated to dissecting the Brown family book. One fan wrote, "The saddest part is realizing the kids grew up with a dad who was physically there but emotionally absent." On Facebook, mothers in their 40s and 50s shared their own stories of neglect, connecting their pain to what they saw on screen. And on YouTube, creators reacted frame by frame, pointing out moments fans had missed years earlier. Christine's story gave me the courage to leave my own unhappy marriage after 22 years. It's important to remember this isn't just one family's story. In the United States, polygamy has long been controversial and legally restricted. The Browns themselves faced legal scrutiny when they moved to Nevada, fearing prosecution in Utah. That pressure shaped the family's choices, but also revealed how fragile their unity really was. Christine's departure wasn't just personal, it was a direct challenge to the very system Kody claimed to uphold. The Brown children weren't silent observers. Kody Brown has openly spoken about the pain of favoritism, saying his father placed Robin's kids above the rest. Aspen recalled the strain of helping her mother through difficult times, while other siblings admitted they felt abandoned. For viewers, these voices confirmed what the book had already warned: the children had been casualties of Kody's choices. Scatter near transitions. But what if Christine had never left? Would Kody still be in control today, or would the cracks have destroyed them anyway? Did TLC producers know more than they revealed, and did editing protect Kody's image for years? Could a spin-off focusing on Christine and Janelle actually outperform the original show? Fans demanded justice. They begged TLC to give Christine her own spin-off. Hashtags like hashtag Team Christine and hashtag Free Janelle trended nationwide. And while Christine cooked, laughed, and planned her wedding, Kody's legacy was rewritten as a cautionary tale. Christine didn't just leave, she exposed the truth we all ignored. In the end, Kody Brown wasn't pushed out by Christine alone. He was exposed by his own words, his own tears, and by fans who refused to stay silent. Christine didn't just walk away. She rewrote the story. The only question is, what comes next? Comment below. Should Christine and Janelle get their own spin-off without Kody? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more deep dives, and hit the bell icon because this family saga is far from over. Coming up next, the rise of Janelle, how the quiet wife became the ultimate survivor.